scan the QR code to join the chaos. Face up to 3 CPU players or challenge your friends together on the same screen. Pick a role with unique strengths and risky drawbacks, chain correct answers for huge multipliers, and unlock crazy power-ups to attack opponents or protect yourself. Ready to dominate the leaderboard? Are you ready to start? Here we go. Who composed the iconic score for Amadeus? Who directed Ran? Which of these actors starred in Back to the Future? Which 1982 film is set in a dystopian future Los Angeles and stars Harrison Ford? Which actor played Indiana Jones in Raiders of the Lost Ark? Which actor played Sarah Connor in the 1984 film The Terminator? Who played Ghostbuster Peter Venkman in Ghostbusters? In what year was Die Hard released? The 1988 film Nuovo Cinema Paradiso is set in a small village in which country? Who played Dr. Emmett Brown in Back to the Future? Who played Sergeant Barnes in Platoon? How many Oscar nominations did Amadeus receive in 1985? In which country is Come and See set? Who directed Wings of Desire? What is the name of the bar in The Shining where Jack talks to Lloyd? Which 1989 film by Steven Soderbergh won the Palme d'Or at Cannes? In what year was Blade Runner released? How many Ghostbusters are there in the 1984 film? In which country is the 1984 film Paris, Texas primarily set? Which of these 80s films featured Arnold Schwarzenegger? That's the end of this round. Let's check your score. Let's keep going. Ready? Let's start the next round. Which actress won an Oscar for her role in Sophie's Choice? Who plays the lead character in Scarface? Which 1986 film directed by Oliver Stone follows soldiers in Vietnam? Which country produced the 1985 film Show, a landmark documentary about the Holocaust? Who directed The Shining? Which movies were directed by John Hughes in the 1980s? The 1985 film Come and See is set during World War II, in which Soviet Republic, now an independent country. Which 1985 film stars Meryl Streep as Karen Blixen set in Africa? Who directed Do the Right Thing? In Amadeus, who is the rival composer that narrates the story of Mozart. Which movies featured Meryl Streep in the 1980s? Which film features a mock documentary about a fictional rock band? Who directed Raging Bull? Which 1988 anime film is set in a post-apocalyptic Neo-Tokyo? In what year was The Shining released? Which actors appeared in Ghostbusters? Which movie featured the quote, "I'll be back"? In which city is After Hours from 1985 set? Which actor played RoboCop in the 1987 film? In what year was Full Metal Jacket released? That's the end of this round. Let's check your score. Let's keep going. Ready? Let's start the next round. Which film features a creature from outer space connecting with a young boy? Who played Tony Montana in the 1983 film Scarface? What is the name of the boy in E.T. the Extraterrestrial? Which 1984 film featured the song When Doves Cry on its soundtrack? The 1982 film Fanny and Alexander was directed by Ingmar Bergman. Click on his home country on the map. Which 1984 film starred Tom Hanks as a boy trapped in an adult body? Which actor played Marty McFly in Back to the Future? Which of these were parts of the Star Wars franchise in the 1980s? Which country produced the 1988 anime film Akira? In The Princess Bride, what is the name of the dread pirate Robert's true identity? In what year was Do the Right Thing released? How many Academy Awards did Platoon win at the 1987 ceremony? Who played the Joker in the 1989 film Batman? Which of these films won the Academy Award for Best Picture in the 1980s? Which 1989 Spike Lee film is set in Brooklyn on the hottest day of the year? Which 1980 film stars Robert De Niro as boxer Jake LaMotta? Which actor played the T-800 in The Terminator? The 1989 film Woman on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown was directed by Pedro Almodovar. Which country is he from? Which of these 80s movies were directed by Steven Spielberg? What do you know about Blade Runner? That's the end of this round. Let's check your score. Let's keep going. Ready? Let's start the next round. In which country is the film Despart primarily set? Which actress starred in Aliens as Ellen Ripley? In which country is the 1982 film Fitzcarraldo primarily set? Which 1982 film was directed by Ridley Scott and starred Harrison Ford? What nationality is the director of Come and See? Who played Private Joker in Full Metal Jacket? The 1987 film Wings of Desire is set in a divided city in which country? Which country produced the animated film Akira? How old is the character Ferris Bueller in Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Which country does this flag belong to? It is the home country of director John Woo, who made The Killer in 1989. In The Breakfast Club, how many students are in Saturday detention? Which of these are 80s horror movies? In which city does Die Hard take place? What is the name of the dance in Dirty Dancing that Baby and Johnny perform? Who played Batman in Tim Burton's Batman? In which city is Blade Runner set? Who directed Full Metal Jacket? Which 1985 film by Terry Gilliam depicted a dystopian bureaucratic society? Who directed Blade Runner in 1982? The Outsiders is famous for featuring a young, largely unknown ensemble cast that went on to dominate Hollywood. Can you name them? And that's the final question. How many did you get right? Check your results in the app and see your final score. Let us know in the comments how you did. Challenge your friends, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more quizzes.